as an artist and as a young man, how do you not caught up in devices so much?
It's very hard, especially the kind of lifestyle that we have and the kind of environments we surround ourselves with. But you gotta have self control,
Hmm.
and you gotta have will.
As an artist, what does a Friday night look like for you?
A Friday night looks like one of my boys hitting my phone up. You know what I mean? Like, "Brr, what we on tonight?" And it goes from there. Whether it's popping out to the club, you know what I mean? Popping out to San Francisco, San Jose, they got events all the time. Or whether it's one of my boys hitting me for a music video, like, hey, pop out. Somebody booking us for a show and they want us to go perform and we just pull up and do our thing. 9 times out of 10 is music related. That's the crazy part. You know what I mean?
Okay, so it's always something about
It's always something like business. You know, that's what we're here for. That's what we pushing. My lifestyle right now is just surrounded by this music lifestyle. I mean, you know what? There's times where you just gotta handle certain pending things that you gotta take care of, right?
Mhm.
Without going into debt, or whether it's just personal life things that I need to take care of.
Are there moments where you're like, I don't wanna go out?
I was just talking to this with my boys last time. Like, I was just telling them like sometimes I just want to have a regular day, chill back,
And do that.
and watch a movie and not do shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's hard. It's
So when
hard.
you're watching that movie, you're like, oh, you're doing something.
I'm watching the movie and my legs like this, just you know what I mean, just moving back and forth, and I'm like, I could have been doing this, I could have been doing that. My boy told me to pull up over here. Should I do it? Should I not?
It's crazy because like when I try to watch Netflix nowadays, I watch movies in 15-minute increments. Sometimes it'll take me like a month just to watch a movie.
Ain't that crazy though?
Yeah, because
There's so many things going on. It's like we can't really. I would at this point right now, I wouldn't be able to just shut everything out and just watch a movie and chill because there's so much shit going on, man. They want us over here. They need me over here. I want to do this over there. What do they call that? When it's like fear of missing out, right?
FOMO.
FOMO, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I go through that sometimes. Like I could be putting my name out there right now over there. I could be performing over here right now, and they wanted me to, but I didn't want to do it because I wanted to have a regular fucking chill day. You know what I mean? It's hard because phone ringing. For my mental health, I guess it does affect it in a way. I feel like if you can balance things out, then you can find like the sweet spot.
From FOMO to like, I just gotta take care of myself.
You know what? You could flip it like that. You could flip the script.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm actually gonna take that. Yeah, I'm gonna think like that next time I'm watching a movie and I'm like, shit, I got like 10 missed calls, but you know what? This is for me. This is my time. You know what I mean? You're right.
Yeah, you gotta sometimes just shut everything down. Especially if it's 4 hours,
That's right.
just to clear your brain, clear your body, and just sometimes take a nap.
Sometimes you just need a detox. You know what I mean? Yeah, and just charge up again.
The word I like to say is decompress.
That's the right word. Yep.
Yeah, sometimes you've just been grinding all week. You've been with the homies, entertaining them in the studio with the producers and engineers, entertaining them. Artists forget, like, I just don't need to do shit right now.
Yeah, you can see it as treating yourself, right? Treat yourself, give yourself some time. Go to the gym, man. For me, the way that I decompress is going to the gym.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Just hitting some weights. Health as well, hitting some weights. You know what I mean? Just release all the stress. And at the same time, you know what I mean? Work your body, man.
Hmm.
Get them gains. You know what I mean?
You know, that's funny how you said get them gains because I always felt like a lot of artists nowadays just want that instant gratification, but they're unwilling to go through the process. A lot of small wins lead into a big ass gain.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you don't go to the gym and just put a big weight. It's like you have to add 5 pounds,
Consistency.
10 pounds, and then all of a sudden your personal best max rep just shot up 50 pounds. But if you were just to try to push that weight, you would probably get hurt.
Yeah, that's right.
And a lot of artists try to get this big ass win all of a sudden, this big ass gain, and then they get discouraged because they're not getting the reaction that they're looking for.
That's facts. That's facts.
And that's something as a producer and artist, I had to learn. You know what I'm saying? Did you ever have struggle with the growth as an artist? I know you want to be like the biggest, baddest artist on earth, right? but you're like, fuck, I only got 5 people on this crowd I'm performing tonight. Like, you were that rapper at that point.
Right.
When you were performing for 5 people, how did it feel?
First thing that comes to mind is right away the ego getting in the way. Like, how the fuck am I performing for 5 people, right?
Yeah.
Like, what the
Travis Scott performed for like 3 people.
right?
Or-
That's what I'm saying. The thing is that we automatically go to that thought process, which is not right, man. I feel like instead you should be like, hey, look, I'm actually on stage, actually performing. Guess what?
You're performing.
Guess what? I'm gonna take this as practice. You feel me? And then next time it's gonna be 10 people. And then next time it's gonna be 20.
Yeah.
And so, like you said, just small wins just turn to a big win.
Because you don't even know it at that moment. You're learning how to be a performer.
That's what I'm saying. So take it as practice. So next time when there's 10 people, now you learn from the errors you did on this last performance, and now you can give them a better show. And the bigger the crowd, the better the show is going to be, because I have all these lessons that I've learned from these past shows, to where now I can give them more of what they deserve when they come to see me. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go back to your mom. Your mom obviously has seen your growth as an artist. What does she feel like where your career is now? Like, what's her reaction to you now? Watching this little boy grow up into this big man, this big artist.
She's proud for sure. She's proud, but she also worries, you know?
Because of the lifestyle?
She worries because of the lifestyle for sure. And I keep that in mind. But also she understands that it comes with it.
Yeah, that you out there.
Might she agree with it? Maybe not sometimes.
Like, she'd just rather have you be a
But she always gonna be there supporting though. That's why I fuck with my mom, because that's the real ride or die. You feel me? So you find a girl that resembles your mom's, then maybe you can lock that in right there. Maybe that's the one.
I think that's every man will end up marrying a version of their mom's personality.
Because that's the real ride or die. You know?
Exactly, because that's what you looked up to.
For sure. Yeah.
With what you know now, being an artist, would you have done it all over again?
Nah, I wouldn't change the thing.
It's a hard lifestyle, bro.
I know it's hard, but I wouldn't be who I am now. I wouldn't be able to appreciate the good things that are coming now. You feel me?
Yeah.
I'll probably just brush them off. Like, I've been living like that. Like, it's normal. But for me, any little fucking win is just so fucking gratifying. It's just, I feel so fulfilled when it's just a little win, bro. Because I know what it is to not have that. I know what it is to not have shit.
Yeah, because you think about like that little boy in Mexico that
No, actually, I see him
fucking
walking around with candles, wax dripping on me.
Yeah, you know?
Yeah, for sure, bro. So I feel like only the people that have struggled and been hurt
Yeah.
can really live a full, successful, happy life, because you know what it is to not have that.
And in another space, I always talk about this. The CEO of NVIDIA just gave a big ass speech. He told all those kids at Stanford, I hope you guys have pain and suffering. Because unless you have that pain and suffering, you don't know what fucking life is.
Exactly, bro.
People that have had a spoon-fed life, when they're adults, they struggle.
Mm-hmm.
When they have a circumstance like where they have to persevere, like
They don't know how to deal with
crash
it.
out.
They don't know how to, approach it, deal with it.
They get
fix it.
fucking Xannies and then therapy and then all this bullshit.
Exactly. You have no backbone. You know?
Yeah.
So I feel like hard life is gonna make you appreciate, for sure.
If you were to learn a skill today, what's something that you would learn? Something you always wanted to try.
Engineering,
What type of engineering?
music engineering,
Okay.
studio. I feel like
No, let's take away music.
okay.
What's something like you see out there? You want to be a cook? You want to be a chef? You want to bake some clay pots? What's a skill? You want to shave armpit hair at a salon? You want to do nails?
Nah. Let me see. Maybe like start a business, learn how to like run a business, whether it's like a restaurant.
What type of restaurant would you open? Describe the environment and the cuisine.
I feel like I do some like THC infused meals
Okay.
/ bar.
So you want everyone just have a good time.
420 friendly.
Okay.
You feel me? So you can get your food, get high as fuck, slash entertainment. So you feel me? If you have a bunch of high people laying around, you gotta have some sort of entertainment.
Would you be out there describing the infusion?
I would just show up and make sure everything is running right and pass out.
So you just want to own it.
I just want to collect. I don't know. That's a hard question. I've never thought about that. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna think about that.
Okay, okay. What inspires you to keep moving forward?
Um, I feel like all the people that through this process I've already inspired and motivated
Mm-hmm.
is what inspires me to keep moving forward. Because I feel like, imagine if I was to fall off, I just feel like I'd be failing a lot of people. You know what I mean? That are
Mhm.
at this point kind of looking up at the whole gang. You know, it's like look at them, they're actually doing it, and we was in the same place. We went to school together. You know, when he was little, and to be in this place that I'm at, it's like I'm not more special than you. I'm just putting in the work. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, how hungry are you?
When was a moment that you just felt defeated and you're like, I don't want to do this shit anymore?
I guess like personal life situations
Yeah.
when all this artist life, it looks good on the screen, but they don't know what you're going through for real. They don't know what you're going through with your personal life, whether it's with family or whatever the situation is. And I feel like there was a moment in my life where I was in a really dark time,
Like borderline depressed?
and like depression and shit in my personal life, and just struggling with trying to figure out what the fuck I'm doing with my life. You know what I mean? And
How did you get out of that, bro?
you know what I mean? Like I've always had my people's always check in on me. You feel me? You know,
That's important, that phone call.
and it was always in the back of my head, like, I'm like, man, like, come on, you know, like, or like family just looking out, like, what's going on? Like, what the fuck's going on? You know? And I would listen to them, but I still wouldn't decide to change what I was going through until one morning I woke up and I was like, I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of living like this. I'm tired of being in this position that I'm at. I need to do something about it. So I feel like until I hit rock bottom and I was like, I need to do it for myself. It's
I love how you said, I got to do it for myself.
because ain't nobody gonna do it.
Something that takes people forever to learn about is the world don't give a shit about you. The world don't give a shit about your
The
problem.
world gonna keep moving.
Yeah.
It's gonna keep
You
going.
could be this fucking pity party.
Exactly.
The world don't care, bro.
Nobody gives a fuck, man. Do you want to get better? Do you want to do better for yourself?
And those are
It's on you.
questions as a person you need to ask. Do you want to get better?
I woke up, I was laying in my bed and I was like, here I am waking up to the same bullshit.
Yeah, the same pity ass party.
What the fuck am I gonna do? Am I gonna just sit here and keep just feeling bad, or am I gonna do something about it? And
You can't just be in bed acting like a little bitch.
nah, you gotta get the fuck up and be like, little steps, fuck it. Like, you don't have to just automatically be like, oh, I'm back good now. Like, bro, it's little by little achievements. You know what I mean? So, bro, I had to really just tell myself, like, fuck up and do something. And I did. You feel me? And I'm here now. And that's why I don't take these moments for granted. I tell my peoples all the time, like, y'all should be proud of yourselves because look at where we at. Look at what we doing.
All right, when you see a homie struggling, if you were to call him on that phone call, what would be the first thing you would say to that homie that's struggling?
You feel me? I check in and be like, what's up, bro? Like, how you doing? It's the first question. Before I even get to telling you what the fuck you should be doing,
Yeah.
first I want to hear from you, like, how you doing? And motherfuckers gonna lie to you, like, I'm good, I'm chilling.
No, like you gotta say how you
And I'm like, nah, but I see what's going on. So
your words and your actions are not
so it's not matching.
is there
No, you're not chilling. No, you're not good. What can I do to assist you to get you out of that and put you in a position where I can help or boost you a little bit? You get what I'm saying? And
Have you ever had to deal with like a homie like
for sure, I just
that has had like a substance abuse problem and like
yeah, for sure, man. And as an example, like one of my boys lives a couple blocks from me, right? And we've always been very close and together, have went through a lot together, right? And he recently moved far because of his situation, right? He had to just get out and try to figure out what the fuck he's doing. And I just visited him a couple weeks ago with the mission of trying to motivate and help him change his situation. And I drove all the way out there just so I can tell him to his face instead of the fucking phone. You feel me? I'm here in person, bro, because I care. That's how much you mean, because I'm out here just to tell you, man, like you need to fucking tienes que poner las pilas. You feel me? You gotta get the fuck up, get on your feet and get to moving.
yeah, what you just said that you showed up in person
Yeah.
because everyone just with how the world is, everyone it's just a text message or a DM.
Man, fuck that.
That shit has not the same effect.
Nah, I want you to look at me in my eyes as I'm telling you this. I want you to really feel it as I'm telling you, bro. And I need you to fucking stay with us, bro. I'm not letting you stay behind. You feel me? I'm not letting you just sink into that hole, bro. Cause we going up and I want everybody to go up. I want you to enjoy it with me. But I need you to be in a position where you don't need me. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
that's a real. That's what these big bosses do. They get their workers to the position that they could take over the company
exactly,
because they did their job.
exactly.
When your crew could be you,
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
you did your job.
The day I'm not there, I know everything's gonna be running perfectly fine because they know their position.
Because
They know what they're doing.
that'll let you do something else.
Exactly. And that's how we keep expanding out. That's how we keep them growing. You feel me? The day one of them, my boys is not there to fill that position, I'm there to fulfill it for the time being.
Yeah.
And vice versa. So it's teamwork, man. Teamwork makes the dream work, bro. For real.
Because you become this big rapper. And then when you're gaming one of the homies to become the big rapper, you could become like the executive at that point.
Right. Right. And so on and so forth. They're gonna go through the same thing, and eventually they'll have their own people to guide too, you know, and we just become a fucking army.
And then you can get into other businesses like real estate.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm planning on doing that. I'm planning on expanding, man. Like I do this music shit cause it's my passion. Like I'm not doing it because I want the fame or because I want recognition or because I want people to be like, oh look, that's him. Like
That's a fake shit.
I'm doing it because I love it, bro.
Yeah.
I could never be famous off this shit. And I'm still gonna do it because I feel good when I do it. It's what I like doing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it feels good to do what I like and take it to another level. And if that's gonna bring me money for me to use that as a tool to live how I want to live and expand,
Yeah.
then I'm all for it. So I just want to exploit this system in many different ways to try to elevate my lifestyle, elevate. So like I think about the future too. I think about eventually if I have kids or my family themselves, I want to make sure they're in a position where they already have a head start to be able to not go through what I had to go through.
Yeah.
And just be successful and just kind of break those generational curses, bro, and leave generational wealth. You know what I'm saying?
Man, that's some big talk.
I wanna change the
You want to
future.
break generational curses to bring generational wealth.
Oh mamas.
Hey.
Oh my mama, man. Yeah, for sure.
If your mom could just hear those words,
She'd be proud.
you know,
And I learned it.
that's a sign of maturity right there.
And I learned it all from my mama too. So
What would you tell yourself? What would you tell Cisco 5 years ago with what you know now today?
I'd say don't get discouraged. You feel me? You're gonna fall plenty of times. The only thing I'm gonna say is get up every single time. That's it. That's simple. That's simple. Fall, get up. Keep moving.
You know what's so crazy? Because, like, for instance, professional sports, they only got to be good 39% of the time to be an elite.
That's insane.
Like Steph Curry, 39 or 41% career 3-point shooter. For every 100 shots he shoots, he misses 60 times.
Right.
So that means you can flop 60 times for every 100 songs you make, and you could be a GOAT.
Right. Exactly.
That's the mentality of keep trying.
Fall and get up. Get the fuck up. That's the message I wanted to pass on to my brother that I went to go visit. Right now, you're on the floor still. I'm here to fucking help you get up. And then I'm gonna leave. I'm not gonna help you up and walk you. I'm just here to help you up. Nah, you gotta do your part and walk yourself. You get me? I'm not here to babysit either, but I'm not gonna let nobody stay behind either. You get me? It gotta be you gotta want it too. You feel me? You gotta want it too.
Yeah, because when people get away from the handout culture,
Exactly. I'm not giving no handouts, but I will support you and I will assist you. But you gotta put in your work.
I'm not here for a handout. I never was. So why should you expect your handout from people like us?
Yeah.
Because we're from the same cloth. We from that pain and suffering cloth.
Exactly.
We understand what it is. And I just continue to strive. You're continuing to strive. I know I wake up and I've had conversations with you. I'm like, Cisco, get your shit together.
Right. Right. Yeah.
And whenever you needed like something,
You was there and I appreciated that. It goes a long way. Sometimes we don't even express it. Sometimes I don't I might have not been like, hey, you know what? Thank you for that. But you best believe that I like that in my head and I know what kind of person you are from that.
yeah.
I know that I could always lean or rely on someone like that.
I think recently I've introduced you into something that you may not have picked up on. So there's going to be people in your life that you just recently met that can alter the future,
Yeah.
that can become your biggest fans. And it's people that you would never even imagine.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
You know?
I took some time to kind of analyze those situations and it's like,
So sometimes you got to show up to places that you're like, why am I here?
exactly my question.
But when you're there, you're like, I do belong here.
It starts making sense, It starts making sense. Network connections. Sometimes the least person that you would expect that would open a door for you ends up doing it, and you're like, what the fuck? All I had to do is just step out the box,
Yeah. And that's what I'm trying to say as an artist. Have that mentality just not in your art, but in life.
For sure.
Continue to
Yeah.
step out that box.
Yep. For sure. Yeah. Hell yeah.